Boatworks Today is a viewer-supported show. To learn more on how you can get involved and watch extended ad-free versions of these videos, please visit our website, boatworkstoday.com, and click on the top of the heading where it says Support This Show. Thank you. So the past few months, I've been getting a lot of comments from people, basically wondering, what's going on with the deck. I mean, in some of the videos, the deck is already in place, and others, it's not, just kind of what's going on. Did I miss the install, or, just what's going on? The truth is that because of the order of this project, from start to finish with all the bits and pieces on it, a lot of this stuff had to be recorded and then just kind of shelved for a little while until I was able to follow up with what would be the conclusion of that video. So, and that's kind of what's happening here as well. This video, or what you're watching right now, I believe this was recorded back in April. I think it was late April, early May. And I've already released parts of this on YouTube, but this is just going to be a very abbreviated version, just to kind of bring people back up to speed. But here, the crate that we're unloading, this is the brand new teak deck. This is what I got back from Teak Decking Systems. And this crate itself is roughly 42 feet long, 6 feet wide, and a little over 1,300 pounds. Now, the weight itself isn't so much of an issue, but it's just so long and awkward to handle. It was a little bit of a trick to get it off. Now, when I mailed off my templates to Teak Decking Systems, I really didn't know how large some of these pieces were going to be coming back to me as a finished deck. And the reason this crate is so long is because the two main panels for that deck were full length of the boat. So I've got two panels there that are going to be 41 feet long roughly. So again, another very awkward thing to try and lift, close to 14 feet up off the ground without snapping one of the panels in half. So luckily I was able to talk my shop neighbor. He's the one that's running the hydraulic trailer here right now. But luckily I was able to talk him in to come over and helping, as well as some other friends around that are local here in town. Everybody was just awesome, and luckily they all agreed to work for beer. So win-win. So here's a quick little look at all the little bits and pieces that are going to eventually make up this deck. Now, for the most part, everything is pretty manageable size-wise, except for these two large panels. You can see them right here. These are full length and about 300 pounds a piece. Now, these were going to be the first two pieces that I wanted to actually get up on the boat. And until we actually found the right process, things got a little janky. All right, now I'll admit that when we first started this approach, I didn't quite see how it was actually going to work, but that's fine. A lot of times I'll start something and I won't know exactly how I'm going to end up finishing it, but usually I'll figure it out. Well, I didn't see this one and I didn't figure it out, and well, there comes a time where you just got to cut your losses and figure out plan B. So the problem we were having with that first attempt is that we couldn't find a way to actually get the deck up and over that tow rail. Somehow we needed to figure out how to get the deck actually higher than the deck on the boat so that we could scoot it over and ideally do it basically one half at a time. So switch gears, move the panel over to the port side of the boat, and then on this side now we could set up scaffolding, and we hooked up a pulley system to the top of the garage door track. That is what was going to allow us to be able to get the deck higher than the boat so we could just slide it right over. And this ended up working really, really well. Just between the two of us, we were able to get this first panel up. Although it did take us about 4 hours to actually get to this point. But yeah, we got here. That's the important part. So after we figured the process out, I mean, it actually only took us, maybe half an hour or so to actually get the panel up and in place. So, just figuring it out was the hard part. So after we got that first one up, we had some celebratory drinks and we called it a day, basically quit while we were ahead. So the next day we had an extra hand. We brought in the general. So he came in, and between the three of us, then we got the second panel up in the exact same way, except on this panel, we had to lift it up in place so that it was upside down, so that it actually conformed to this port side. And then once we got it up on the boat, then between the three of us, it was pretty easy to pick it up, flip it over, and then drop it down in place. Now I still need to, the panels are just set in place right now. They're not glued down, they're not even really fit. That's what I'm working on right now is getting all the trim pieces, around the border. There's trim that goes on both the inboard and the outboard that kind of surround the main deck itself. But this looks pretty darn nice. It looks very nice. I've already had the trim pieces, I gotta make sure I don't fall off this deck here. I've already had the trim pieces laid out before we brought the main deck up, and everything fits like a glove. I know that there's gonna be some fitting and shaving that needs to be done, but I think the fitting part of this deck is gonna actually go fairly quick. I'm hoping I can get all that done this week, and then this coming weekend, be ready to actually glue down these large panels. But this past weekend, it was pretty cool. After we got the deck up, then we had a little bit of a cookout barbecue celebration thing down here at the shop. Nothing real fancy. Brought my girls down, and so they were able to see the boat for the first time since fall time. I don't think my youngest has ever seen this boat. And my oldest was down here once in the fall time before things got itchy. And then I haven't brought her down here since. So now that all the itchiness is done, I brought her back down. She's able to see it for the first time, and it was pretty cool. They were able to climb around up on the boat here and go down below and just kind of see, everything that's been going on. That was a lot of fun. They were down here with me for 3-4 hours, I think, and it was a beautiful day. And it just the barbecue was just a great way to end that day. We got both of the deck panels up in place, and it was a good day. It was a good day. And on that note, I think I'm going to button this one up. Now, next video, I'm going to be covering the trimming and the fitting and the installation of this deck. So you can look forward to that. And with a little bit of luck, this video is actually going to be going up tonight, which is New Year's Eve. So unless it gets flagged by the YouTube gremlins. So that's been happening a lot lately. But with a little bit of luck, this video is going to be coming up on New Year's Eve. So hopefully you'll see this before then. And for all of you that are going to be going out tonight, I don't know what it's like weather-wise around you, but here it is right now, currently 15 below zero Fahrenheit. Nobody's going out around here. So but if you are going out, have a safe and happy New Year. I wish you all the best, and we'll see you again after the 1st.
This has been a Boatworks Today production.